friends. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. So today we are doing a tutorial Tuesday. Back to my cheerleader days in high school. Tutorial Tuesday. This is basically where I do a makeup tutorial with a palette, and I also usually talk. So if you're interested in that, hang around. Today's video, I wanted to use the September Rose Cosmetics Slush palette. I've been meaning to make a tutorial based on this palette for a long time. It's one that I'm very inspired by and really like. I love the bright neon colors where it's a little bit different than other rainbow palettes I have. I actually decided, this is not like a trying to look like an Instagram model. One of those is coming this week though, and I'm really excited because I haven't done one in so long and I love those videos. But this is inspired by a look I saw from K-Swizz on Twitter. Let me find the look so I can I'll pop a picture of it up here. I screenshotted it. She said she got inspiration from a Pinterest post, so we're not sure who the original creator of the look is, but I do think it's a really pretty, fun, unique look, and I kind of wanted to do my own take on this with this palette because we have so many of the same colors in here. So without further ado, we're just gonna zoom you guys in and get started. All right, here we go. First and foremost, for those of you that have been complaining, I bought new headbands. I bought a bunch of them. So now we're gonna have some nice, colorful, just clean headbands, okay? That's what we're doing. So the first color she had was pink in the inner corner, and I am gonna be cutting the crease pretty aggressively today. So I'm going to take one of those brushes that I call the pointy brushes, kind of the sharp ones, because I find these are really good for packing on pigment. They're kind of prickly and stiff. They don't have a lot of wiggle to them. I like these for packing on pigment, and I'm just gonna start packing this pink cotton candy right onto the inner corner. I'm actually not going to set my makeup with a white base today because I really want these colors to be incredibly true to color. And I find sometimes the white, setting it with a white base, can mute down really vibrant colors. That's what I've noticed in the past couple weeks. So I'm kind of trying it without doing that, but that's normally how I start a makeup look off. I also might throw in a little bit of pink lemonade. I actually might mix these two colors. They're both kind of the color that I want to go for. So, long time no talk. I skipped Tutorial Tuesday last week. I was kind of bummed about it, but I was taking kind of a break, and I felt like maybe I should come back for Tutorial Tuesday, but then I was like, you know what? Don't stress yourself out about it. It's okay to take a break. I've posted one legitimately every Tuesday this year so far, so I was like, this is one time where you could just take a break and not really worry about posting. So I didn't really post anything last week, but I did post a Get Ready With Me where I talked finally about The Secret, which you guys, if you've been following Tutorial Tuesdays, know that I did, in fact, Charles and I are getting our very first home, which has been so exciting. I've been waiting so long to kind of tell people that, and so it's really exciting to finally have that just be out there so I can talk about it. The house has been a really crazy and exciting thing that has happened for us, and we just are so I can't express the gratefulness we feel for Charles's family and just how excited we are to have this stepping stone in our lives that's gonna really propel us into the future, and that's just so exciting for us. I actually think I'm gonna use Berry Blast, this purple right here, kind of start mixing and blending with this prickly brush again. I don't even want to talk about what I'm going to talk about, but I just am I feel like Tutorial Tuesdays are a good time for me to be able to just talk. So I kind of want to address what came along with that house video that I wasn't expecting, I guess. And I guess I should have, because I guess I should have, but there were some people that were definitely unhappy about the house, and it kind of sparked a discussion online that kind of was, I don't know, it's weird. I'm not gonna really go into depth about what the situation is because I'm not here to put any group of people on blast. That's not my purpose of talking about this. I more want to talk about it because I like to be honest with you guys about what I'm genuinely feeling, and right now I'm genuinely kind of just surprised, I guess, because I never thought that people would take me being able to get a house as like a negative thing, but there are definitely people that took it as like a really negative thing. And I kind of want to address that, I guess. I saw some comments online that were basically people, and you know, some of the criticisms were like fair. Like a lot of people, like a few people said that I'm like too bougie. And it, like, fine, you know what I mean? Like, I get that. I am really bougie. If that's not for you, I totally get that. But there was a lot of people essentially being like, it doesn't seem like I was being financially responsible with my money. And that, I don't know. And in the sense of like buying a home, like that I wasn't being financially responsible enough to buy a home. I was living a life that was too extravagant for a college student. And I guess maybe I should have made it more clear in the video what the no, I guess I don't need to. Like, I don't really owe anyone an explanation of my life, but like, my boyfriend is 27 years old. Like, he's older than me. He's at a different life phase than I am. And this is an average age that I think a lot of people buy homes is 27. I just happen to be along for the ride with him because we're dating and we intend to get married one day. So that's why we're doing this. I found it really surprising that people could look at that as like a negative and look at it as me being like excessive or braggy. Cause it was true. Like, I guess you don't have to believe me, but it truly was just like, I was excited. Like, I was excited to tell people. I'm gonna go in with this shade Blue Raspberry, which is this beautiful blue. Start blending that into the purple. I was really excited to just tell people kind of what was going on, and I'd been knowing this for so long. And there was, not to say there wasn't an outpouring of love from it, because there was. So many people were really supportive of the decision, and so many people were really excited for me and couldn't wait to like see the house and everything. And that is really nice to see. But it does kind of like, I guess more what I want to talk about is how like, it's so strange having people dislike you. This is gonna sound so weird, but it's so strange having people dislike you for like being you. It's a weird thing. And I know it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, because I'm very well aware that I talk a lot about other people. And so, and I say, you know, I talk about other people. It's what I do here on the internet. Like, it's a big part of my channel is the My Thoughts videos. And I do try really hard to make them not come from a like malicious or mean or speculative even. Like, I don't really speculate, I feel. I try really hard to do all those things, but I obviously always can't. And sometimes I'm sure I've been like mean to people. Or if somebody like saw that video, probably would hurt their feelings. But it's just like such a strange thing. Like, it's just so strange, because to me, I think the thing that's so weird about doing like social media in general is like, because I saw a lot of people being like, well, you should expect this. Like, you should expect criticism. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But at the point that I'm at right now, my life is so normal. Like, despite what happens on YouTube, like even hitting 25K, which is not that many subscribers, like my life is so normal. Like, I don't think about YouTube that much, especially when I'm in school. I don't think about YouTube that much outside of doing this, like filming and talking to you guys and interacting on comments and stuff. Like, this is not, I'm not getting like mobbed in the streets because people watch my YouTube channel. Like, God, I hope that never happens. Like, that's not a thing that's happening. So it's so strange when you go online. It's more just weird. Like, it's so weird. I'm going in with this really light purple raspberry just to try to like brighten this between part with a little bit more purple. It's just weird. Like, it's honestly, that's the best way to describe it. It's like, it's just a weird thing. And not only is it weird, but it's also like low-key, it's like sad. Like, it hurts your feelings to know that people like I'd be lying. It hurts your feelings to know people don't like you just because you're yourself. Like, that sucks. And I'm not saying this, I'm just blending with a normal, just like a regular brush, basically. Just like nothing on it. Just trying to blend out these edges a little bit so they're not so harsh. I'm not saying this so I can get a million comments, people being like, why would you don't deserve hate, you don't deserve criticism. Because as much as I appreciate those comments, everybody is worthy of criticism and everyone like can get hate. But I think it's more going into this, being someone who's not really gotten that before in an extreme way, was just like, it was a weird adjustment. And I think it's just an adjustment I'm gonna have to start making as a result of doing this. And as a result of this getting bigger. I don't like to assume my channel's gonna grow. I feel like that's so dumb, but I don't like to assume that my channel is gonna like boom because I don't know where this is gonna go, so I don't like to assume anything. But you know, if it does continue to grow and it does continue to get bigger, that means the more people that see you, I mean, it stands to logic. The more people that see you, the more people that could potentially just dislike you. And I think that's just something I have to come to terms with, but I also think it's something that comes with an adjustment period, if that makes sense. Like, you don't just wake up one day and you're totally chill with people saying mean things about you and like speculate. And I think that was the thing that bothered me too about a lot of what was being said. What like truly bothered me was just like the misinformation was so bothersome. Like, that was what was truly getting me, because then you can't really respond to that or you seem like defensive. But that was bothering me. Like, I'm just gonna cut my crease. I'm gonna do a full cut this time, which is not something I normally do. So I'm hoping, I usually do half, hoping it'll go okay, but we'll see. And I'm using my Moira concealer for this. This is like my favorite concealer to cut my crease with. Somebody would be like, say something that was just like, it was just not, it wasn't even like, oh, it's your opinion, but it was like a factual thing about like my income that was not true. It was not factual. And then somebody else would read that and be like, oh my God, I had no idea. And then they just believed it. And then you're just sitting there and you're like, you're just like, it just is such a strange thing. It's so strange. It's the weirdest thing it's one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced. It truly is. Like, past it just being because I'm a human and it like sucks, it's just strange. Like, it's just so crazy. And I really think the best things that I can start to do for me now that those things are happening, because this wasn't really even, I mean, my comment section has been a little crazy lately, but like, I can deal with those. It's like the things that are said not in the comment section that are like they just catch you by surprise, because I'll just be scrolling through like an app like Twitter or Reddit, and it just is like Smokey Glow, and you click on it because you're curious. You're like, what do people have to say? You want to know. And then you hate yourself for clicking on it. You're like, why did I even read that? And and I'm the type of person where it's like, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I get not liking me. I get it. People have not liked me in my life before. Like, I completely get not being your cup of tea. But like, I think the things I need to do for myself are more just to delete the apps and delete, like, not actively seek that stuff out. Not that I was this particular time, but I've deleted certain apps and I've deleted certain things that might help me not see those types of things. And I think personally that's just like self-preservation. It's not that I'm not open to taking critiques, but if you actually have a critique of my channel, DM me. I'm not gonna gain any like valid, I'm not gonna take any criticism from people who are just saying it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need to be seeing that stuff. And honestly, while I obviously like don't like it and disagree with it, people obviously want to vent. And the more I've kind of reflected on it, the more I'm like, at least they're venting in a place I can actively not go. But I do think it's a thing that is just like kind of a new part of all of this as far as my YouTube journey. This has just been another layer of it that has been new and kind of interesting to watch and work through. It's just, I don't know, it's been interesting. I'm doing another layer just so it can be really opaque, because I want to really easily be able to just pack the colors on here. I think if anything, one of the biggest things I took from all this, and I do try to do this now, so it's not like a super huge, I'm not gonna like change up my content basically, but like a big thing I took away was like, I need to make sure that I'm being even more critical of like not trying to come from a malicious place. Because I rarely, when I do my thoughts videos, I really do rarely try to, I don't think I've ever done one, I'm trying to think if I've ever done one because I was feeling particularly malicious. I try to only do them when I truly feel like I have something to like add to the conversation. That's why there's not a million of them. One thing I will say though, I'm going to lightly just pat with a clean brush, pat some white over this just to set it down. Because I think it'll be worth it, because this is getting pretty tacky, just because I did a second layer, which might have been a mistake. I've never done this before. I'm just gonna go into the shade Coconut Milk right here and pat that down. One of the things I will say is I don't want what I'm saying right now to deter anyone who maybe wants to start doing things on social media, because while it like does suck in the moment, like you read that initial comment and you feel that sting, and then it kind of does, it can stick with you sometimes. Most of them don't, but some of those comments can definitely stick with you. But you just will, like, the amount of love that you just have to like try and remember the amount of love you're getting on a day-to-day basis, because I truly get so much from you guys. Like I never even imagined this type of support and this type of community that could be built. So it's just crazy. So don't let anything I'm saying like deter you from trying to do something in social media. Because even when I get upset about things, it's still the best decision I ever made. I'm really worried right now people are just gonna twist everything I'm saying. It's gonna get posted and it's just gonna get twisted, and I'm sad about that. Because I'm really just trying to talk about it from like, I'm not trying to crap on anyone. I'm just trying to talk about it from like my experience, I guess. All right, we're basically gonna go back in with the same colors, but we're gonna do it in reverse. So I'm gonna do pink over here and more blue over here, and then purple still in the middle. So I'm gonna mix with, the pink is way more vibrant than the blue and the purple. Problem is my eyes are so crinkly. Just have the crinkliest of eyes. And I wanna try to leave the middle open because she did somewhat of a spotlight halo looking eye. So that's kind of how I feel about that. It's just kind of a weird thing. And I'm not like, I don't hate anyone who has said anything and everything. Like it does suck, but it's just kind of like, such is doing this, I guess. Which I've talked before how I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going back in with the blue. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that people are expected. Like, nobody would tell. I know this is like a fruit, this is just not even a battle worth having, because it's just not, like, I'm never gonna win this one. When I was working at my daycare, it was not a requirement for me to take like personal attacks every single day. And I get that it's just one of the, like, the downside of that job was that I was always getting poop on me. And the downside of this job is that I'm also getting shit on, but like in a different way. Was that a funny joke? I feel like it was. That's like the downsides of every job, I guess, but it's still just such a weird thing, man. I don't know how else to describe it, but being so weird. I hate how this is turning out. So I'm gonna go back in on the top and try to make just those first couple colors I put on vibrant again, because they've lost all of their color for some reason. When blending really tricky colors, I find that tapping them, while you do need a little bit more product to like build up, tapping them is a really nice way of getting them to blend nicely. And do I hate this look? I feel like I hate it. I'm gonna put a little bit of purple on both sides of this. I might have to wear lashes. This is so bad. This is one of the worst tutorial Tuesdays. I don't know what's going on, but the color just fades like the second I put it on. And I don't even want to blame the palette because I feel like that's definitely user error. Like, I feel like I'm just bad at doing my makeup. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Bubblegum. I just took a gouge out of this palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Bubblegum, which is this nice acidic-y shimmer that actually matches all of the other shimmers quite nicely, even though it's a little bit of blue. And I might also mix Strawberry, which is a pink shimmer. And I'm just gonna put that, I'm gonna spray it first. That seems like the move. I'm so sorry if you were watching this tutorial hoping to achieve this look. Maybe I'll magically pull it together. I'm trying to give it a little bit of a spotlight effect, because that's how K-Swiss had hers, but I think we've given up on trying to look like K-Swiss at this point. Because I don't think that's happening. So
would I give up on everything and start singing Billie Eilish?
I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Strawberry and try and maybe pack that on the other sides just to save the look, maybe even a little. The cut crease is just gone. Like, whatever cut crease who, it's like I didn't even cut anything. This is what I get when I try to be ambitious. This should have been my trying to look like an Instagram model look. Because those have to turn out bad. It's like the rule now. I think if I actually succeeded at a trying to look like an Instagram model video, you'd all be like, what? Let me do my lower lash line, I guess, because I've been doing this for 30 minutes now, and I'm just sick of it. I'm just gonna go in with some pink and purple and blue and go at it. I really might put on lashes. This is my worst look in so long. This is not good. You're not doing a mandatory narcissistic montage today. Okay, I'm about to fix all of this. When I come back, this shall be fixed, okay? It'll be fixed. Thank you. We're gonna keep you guys out there because I think if you get too close, you know the saying, like, the further away you are, the better? Do I look good from here? here. What about, no, I don't look good from anywhere. That's because this eye look turned out terrible. I just put on the biggest lashes I have, which touch my eyebrows, which stresses me out. But overall, I do like this palette. I wish I had done a better look. I don't know why I get adventurous on Tutorial Tuesdays, because this is not what you guys wanted when you clicked on the video saying Tutorial Tuesday. All I did was complain. But this is the Slush palette, and I would recommend it. I do really like this palette. I think I just didn't do it justice today. So yeah, I was gonna film another video after this. Gonna have to take off my makeup and redo it for that one, because this look did not turn out great. But that's fine. You know, you win some, you lose some. It's still midnight. Hi, editing me. So I just wanted to interject what happened after I filmed this, because it was so fun. So I filmed this, it came out bad. I was a little annoyed, redid all of my makeup, went to the bathroom, and then as I was walking out of the bathroom, smashed my foot against my door frame, and twisted and cracked one of my toes and broke it. Couldn't film. That's why you didn't get a video for Monday. That's why you're getting a video now. My toe's broken, and this has been a bad week. Okay? Okay, thank you. Please don't leave any hate comments. I literally couldn't handle it. Thank you. So, the night is young. I have nothing but time. So anyway, all sarcasm aside, I do really like this palette. And I also miss doing Tutorial Tuesdays. I know it was only missed a week, but it was a sad week. So yeah. I hope you guys liked this video. I don't know why you would, but I hope you did anyway. If you did, please like and subscribe, or dislike, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch. Ow. That's what I get for being a douchebag. My social media and everything that I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, we're done with those.